Good morning, Estrella. I'm really happy to see you, even though virtually. And thanks for like sharing your time to share with me your experience. I know that you've been for more than 27 years with Almirall, a very renowned pharmaceutical company, and you're currently the Global Clinical Operations Director at Almirall. And I was actually wondering, you've been through a lot at Almirall and in general in the pharmaceutical industry. Can you tell me a little bit more about what it was like during the last crisis, the last financial crisis in 2008?
Good morning, Maya. It's my great pleasure to be here with you in a virtual way in this interview. Thank you very much for thinking about me in this interview. Indeed, I've been in Almirall in the pharma industry for very long, and I still remember the big crisis back in 2008 when the whole, financial world was down. But in our particular case, we were releasing some results for a pivotal phase 3 trial that it was very relevant. It was the key project for Almirall at that time. And we find out that the results were not as good as we expected. And in fact were, negative. So we have to rebuild again the product profile at that time. So on top of the financial crisis, we find out these negative results on top of us. And I still remember that it was a big crisis. Obviously, all the managers, the leadership of the R&D community, we met together. And there are three things that we consider and that we implemented. The first learning was we need to secure our current business. We know that in the future this is gonna impact it a lot, but we have this project. We have some negative results. Let's focus on how to turn it back, how to go out of the tunnel with these negative results. So that was the first learning is forget about what is coming, focus on what you have right now. We have this particular problem, let's fix it. The second one is that after too many years of experience, we said, hey guys, it's time to challenge the status quo. What we did in the past was driving us to these negative results. Now we need to think again in a different way, out of the box. We need to change the paradigm and let's plan again the next clinical trials to bring us the positive results. And the third aspect that we took into consideration was the team members. The team members were very much affected. They were in a very bad mood. They were very down, and we had to implement different measures to increase the engagement and the motivation. And this is through a clear practice with the example. So they didn't see on us a complaint. They were just helping them with our examples, trying to motivate, guys, we will survive. And it's very similar to what is happening right now. All together, stay stronger together, we will survive, we will overcome that new challenge that is on us today. Yeah. So these three learnings that I was very much thinking about. First is secure your business, how to then challenge the status quo and look after your team members to keep them engaged, because they really are afraid of losing their jobs, and obviously this crisis they bring some damage.
Yeah, of course.
But we need to keep them engaged and clearly motivated.
I love what you said, that you need to lead people with example, because they will see you, what you're doing and how you're reacting. And if you react in a negative way, they're going to react in a negative way as well. I think that that's not just relevant for teams in the clinical research space, but in general. And if you ask me, in general, for all politicians out there, for the news as well. So in times of like crisis like this one, we need to look at the positive side also make sure that we can like we are realistic on the situation, but also try to think positively and focus on that. Thanks for sharing that.
It's not just telling what to do; it's showing them with your example how to do it.
Yeah.